Welcome back to our channel. As you can see, we had an interesting surprise come on Monday night. Sable actually went into heat. This is her first cycle of heat. After doing a ton of research online and everything and talking with our vet, we decided that we're going to let Sable go through one cycle of heat before we get her fixed. If you have a young dog and this is something that you're considering, it's really important to be super educated about what a heat cycle looks like, what changes that you'll have to make to kind of accommodate your dog a little bit better, and what would be best for them long term. If you should let them go through a couple of cycles or get them fixed sooner. Talk to your vet, make an informed decision, it's so important. So in today's video, I'd really just like to talk to you about some behavioral changes we've seen with Sable as a result of her being in heat, as well as the supplies that we've used so far and how things are going, so you have kind of an idea of what to expect. Before I get started talking about all of that, I'd just love to point out my new sweatshirt. It's a Sable face. It's made by my friend at Pup Essentials. I'll put a link in the description below, and if you use the code Sable, you can actually get 25% off, and they'll do any number of dogs, and they custom make them to match a photo that you send them of your dog. Super cool. I don't think I'll ever take this sweatshirt off. So first, let's talk about behaviors. Sable has kind of turned into a different dog since she's gone into heat, which is expected for some dogs. She is super lethargic. She doesn't have very much energy. She's not very interested in playing very much. She lays around a lot, and she just kind of wants to be in the same vicinity as us. Some dogs that you read about online actually lose their appetite during heat. That's not uncommon at all. They don't really show any interest in their kibble, and you have to do things like put in extra, chicken or something enticing to get them to eat it. Thankfully, we don't have this issue with Sable, not surprisingly with how food motivated she is. I can't say that I've seen her miss a beat in that regard. Just in regard to general things that we've needed so far, you can see these awesome reusable diapers that we have for Sable. They are washable. You can buy disposable diapers for a pretty reasonable price if that's the route that you'd like to go. We decided that we would do the washable ones and just kind of have a one-time purchase of them. They came in a 3-pack. They look like this. I'll link them in the description below. We have this teal one, we have a pink one, and a gray one. And she goes through about one of them a day. That's something that you don't really read too much about online, is like how much or how many diapers you're going to go through or need. With her, I mean, it's Friday and she started this on Monday. We've had about one a day. So just for your own sense of if you would like to go the washable or disposable route. Something else that we've really been benefiting from a lot are these baby wipes, and I'll link them below. We use them regularly with Sable, even before she was in heat, just to kind of help keep her clean in certain areas or wipe off her paws. But this has really been helpful to keep her clean too. During the day, Sable's mostly in her diaper just because we have whitish carpet and lighter colored furniture, and we just don't want to have any spotting on any of that. However, with the gates that we have, we are able to kind of confine her into the kitchen area. So we do this to give her a break from wearing a diaper all the time. Speaking to those wipes that I mentioned earlier, we also have been bathing Sable, but just in her area here, just to help keep things clean, make sure that she's comfortable. She has longer hair in that area, so things get a little bit messy, so we've been doing that to help her keep clean. Center, sit. Just some other things that are super important when your dog's in heat. Make sure that they're supervised when they're outside. Dogs can kind of turn into escape artists, I've read online. They're in heat, they have certain intentions during that time. So if there are other male dogs around, make sure that they can't get into your yard. Make sure that you're supervising your pup if they are around males, especially if they're not fixed. But just keep a closer eye. Right now, we aren't really letting Sable go outside and just hang out by herself. We're going out with her, supervising her, and making sure that everything's going all right. Aside from that though, this is something that we expect to be dealing with for anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks with the diaper, and we're almost a week in. Not so bad. We've had the opportunity to still go to training class. Our instructor told us that as long as we had a diaper on, things were good, so it was good to work with Sable that way. And overall, aside from the lack of energy that she's been having lately, not so different. The one other thing that I'd like to speak to is putting the diaper on for the first time. What I wish we would have done is practice this a couple of times before she actually went into heat, but thankfully with food, Sable was pretty motivated to keep it on. All we have to do is put a lick mat up with a little bit of, Sable, what's this? Sable. With a little bit of peanut butter, and she'll let us put it right on. However, the first time that we put it on her, she instantly tore it off, and I was like, oh man, these are gonna be a long 3 weeks. But after some more coaxing, some high value rewards, lots of peanut butter, some pumpkin, and all the things that Sable loves, she's been keeping it on no problem. She hasn't torn it off since, actually. Make sure that you measure your dog appropriately to make sure the diapers fit comfortably, and just get them ahead of time so you're prepared for when it hits, because you'll never know when it's about to come. Aside from that, things are pretty normal here. We'll have our 11-month-old update in a couple of days, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Oh, here's a habit off that I forgot to mention. Sable, since going into heat, has been humping things a lot more aggressively lately. Definitely behavior as a result of being in heat. She did it a little bit before heat, but it's gotten more since going into heat. Thanks again for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out next week for our 11-month-old video. Thanks again. Sable, say goodbye. Did you get your treat? Good girl.